Hello guys, welcome to a new video. So today's video is going to be part 2 of the project car build. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the engine and why I chose that engine. And for those of you that want to know where this engine is going, you need to go see part 1. As today's video you're not going to see what car it's going in, so you'd have to go see part 1 to see what car that is. But we're going to strip down the engine and we're going to have a little look of it and see if it's in good shape to use to standard pistons or not. We're going to the unit now and I'll literally be there in 2 minutes, and then we're going to start. We're going to take the gearbox off the engine and then we're going to put the engine on an engine stand and then we're going to start stripping it. So see you in a sec. Right, so I'm at the unit. Let's have a look at the engine, take the gearbox off and let's start. I've taken the flywheel completely off with the clutch, and it is an original flywheel and clutch kit, so it isn't the Helix uprated clutch and light and flywheel like he said it is. And he also said that it has the stem valve oil seal retainers. So what it is it's a stem valve oil seal that has like a washer built onto it, so it doesn't pop the stem valve oil seal off. So let's start stripping everything off and investigate if it actually has them fitted, because if not, I'm going to need to get them fitted. So let's start taking off the turbo and we'll work our way around until the engine's stripped. Right, so everything's out now. So pistons are out. It's near enough a bare block now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the block wedged. So what that does is it strengthens the block and stops the block from cracking. These engines suffer when you go over, I think it's something between 350 brake upwards. They can suffer with the block breaking. I've heard of people run more power than that and not had a problem, but just play it safe. I'm going to get these water galleries so it's a bit safer. So I've got the pistons out, just having a look, and unfortunately, I don't know if you can see that, I am not going to be using these pistons, so I'm going to have to get new pistons as well. So I'll change the com rods, pistons, get the block wedged, and basically put it all back together. Got the head off, I've got everything off. The head gasket seemed to be okay, slight rust on there, but nothing major. It's just this clutch issue now. I was hoping to just put an uprated 6-paddle clutch in there with this flywheel that's already on it, but it's not even got a uprated flywheel, so I'm gonna have to get a flywheel and strip the gearbox. I'm gonna wear the engine in with the standard turbo, and what I have is I've got a inlet manifold to run a Garrett turbo, but I'm not going to be using this manifold. I'm going to be making my own, which I've never done before. I'm not any good at welding, so we'll see how this goes. So what I'm going to use for this is a template. So I'm going to use this as a template so I can make my own manifold. The reason why I'm not using this is because this is a TX Auto Sport exhaust manifold, and these apparently are not very good. They're made really thin, bloody hell, which I can feel there, very thin, and they seem to crack. So I'm going to use this as a dummy to make my manifold from. So I'll put a plate here, a plate there, weld it so it's the same distance apart and the same angle, and then I'm going to go off that. That is basically it for stripping the engine down. So the reason why, let me get my torch, the reason why I've gone with the Z20LEH engine is, I don't know if you can see that, but in the bore you have oil squirter jets that squirt under the piston, and the Z20LET doesn't have that. So the Z20LET has no oil squirter jets. You can get them put in, but which is what I did to my last engine, but it was a lot of hassle to get done. So I got this cheap, so why not? And the Z20LEH doesn't have a balance shaft, and I ran this balance shaft delete kit on my Z20LET engine that I had on my last one. And what else is different? The air mass sensor is bigger, so this has an 80mm air mass sensor compared to a 70mm, so it's got a bigger air mass sensor. Different injectors, and what else is different? And forged pistons. So I was hoping that these pistons would be okay, but they've got a lot of wear on the side wall, and so's the bore. The bore's got a bit of wear on it, so I'm gonna have to get that board out. Not sure by how much. I'd have to take it to the engineer shop to see how much needs to come off of it, to then know what size pistons I need. I'm gonna buy, so I'm gonna do this on the budget, so I'm actually gonna buy an eBay forged kit, because why not? And I'm gonna see if it's actually any good. So then you guys can see if it's any good, and I can see if it's actually any good and if it lasts long. But I'm gonna run the standard turbo for now until it's all worn in and stuff. and then we'll go from there. I'm going to have to take the crankshaft out to inspect, to make sure the shell bearings and all the bearings and stuff are okay. Might change them, might not. I'm just going to see what they're like. So I'm going to have to tidy all this mess up, ready for tomorrow morning. That's it for this video. If you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in part 3.